Let's now look at the challenges which we have to face. There is high cost of production in many of them because we are not dealing in volumes, and there is not automation in many of our sectors. If we deal volume and automation, automatically the economies of scales comes down and the cost of production also comes. Many of the cases, our cost of procurement is also very high. Best example is dairy products. Our cost of procurement is largest as compared to other competitive countries. Of course, we say that because we are giving 75% of whatever we procure to the farmers directly, but still there is need to do so that we give better remuneration to the farmers, no compromise on that, but at the same time we are able to have cost of production which is less. Consistent quality and quantity is not available. Many of times we are not getting the same quality, not able to maintain it, and even quantity also. We are not able to supply. Some one year we say we have a glut, export karo. Another year there is less this thing, then we don't say कि चलो अब export बंद कर दो. This is not like things work in international market. Compliance, international, they are asking us to comply to the minimum level of MRLs. इतनी ज्यादा compliance बढ़ गई है, कॉस्ट इतनी ज्यादा बढ़ गई है, एक एक टेस्ट कराना पड़ रहा है, 15,000 का 20,000 का एक टेस्ट है और ना जाने कितने टेस्ट कराने पड़े हैं. हैसल विच इज देयर. बहुत से केसेस में टेस्ट होने के बाद भी रिजेक्ट कर देते हैं, वहां की लैब से दोबारा टेस्ट कराना पड़ता है. सो मच कॉस्ट बर्डन ऑन रेगुलेटरी एंड सैनिटरी इज इंक्रीजिंग, mainly because those who are importing countries, they impose stricter compliance requirements, even more than Codex Plus, they say. And the best example is European Union. It may not be not necessarily on risk based, but they implement, and it has become a TBT in many of the cases. Yield is also low in many of the cases in farm produce. Our yield as compared to other competitive countries is also less. Logistics, that is pinching too high. Our logistic cost is so much, especially that's the reason that landlocked states, they are not able to export. That's why main export is from the coastal areas, because those states which are having a port nearby, but those who are in the landlocked states, the cost of logistics is very high. Also available of reefer, cold chain is also not sufficient. There are many market access issues. Nowadays they have started, we want to export potato, they say, give us potato from pest-free area. Now look at the market access, they have said. Declare that area pest-free as per international norms, and then you start exporting. Now declaring an area pest-free is a hassle, is a long-term process. Traceability, everybody is asking now traceability, right from farm to the produce. Many of the cases we don't have exportable varieties. We have the items, but they are not necessarily exportable varieties. Stringent, I have already mentioned, and the food safety issue is taking another. Also is occurrence of disease which comes quite frequently, as he gave example in poultry sector, bird flu, frequent bird flu, and the country is banned. There is a foot and mouth disease, and they say, sorry, we will not take or we'll ban your milk produce. But it may happen in one part of the country and 1,000 kilometers away from there we are exporting. But yes, there's an international norms, we have to face it. Competition is increasing now. Many countries are coming, their production is increasing, they are also developing, and they're giving a good competition. But we have the opportunities also. We have an abundance of livestock, our production is very high, and we have all the agroclimatic zones. Sea protocol also we are developing in many of the cases. Land customs are developing, ICDs are also developing, and the most important part is now we are taking advantage of geographical indication. We are now identifying more and more products as GI and want to promote as a premium items from India. Lifestyles are changing, and the demand is also increasing. And because of course, there was a COVID, but demand of health food have increased. Organic and health foods have increased. Suddenly, we had a growth of 51% as compared to last year. Processed food is rising, and foreign investment is also coming up. Government is also giving to the best of the possible environment for our industry, for our farmers, for our exporters, and also that environment is increasingly becoming better and better. Tariff also negotiations are going on, and it is being rationalized how to go. This is a